Welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, the alcohol-fueled, chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with craft brew on this side, and a place where the truth shall set you free. I'm Nate.
I'm Jade.
She wasn't ready for that.
And on this episode, we are getting into Chapter 9 of Temple of the Winds. After today, you're doing that shit.
I have to. We've had a really tough day here at the podcast ATT studio. And so we could think of nothing better to do than to sit down here and have a drink or multiple. Hint, it was multiple. And go through a chapter. Because if we don't, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Then nobody may ever hear anything from us ever again.
Yeah. I said fuck you to my computer about 2 minutes ago. For the first time ever, I just about threw it. And I was like, okay, not really. I didn't grab it and almost heave it at a wall. But I was, you guys know.
It's just the end. We've reached the end of everything.
And if you're the parent of a teenager, we get it. Mm-hmm. We get it. Mm-hmm. I won't go any further into anything than that, but holy shit. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you get surprised.
Yeah. I thought about doing a moment of silence, and then I was like, maybe a moment of screaming would be more appropriate.
I can't have the quiet in my mind. I don't want it. I want to talk into this microphone where I can hear my own voice very, very loudly.
Yeah, a moment of screaming, though, probably wouldn't be great for a podcast. So we will move along.
Yeah, so amidst all of that, we are very happy to be here.
Yeah, we're going to talk about their very good, or very bad, no good day.
Yeah, our characters are actually having a bad day, too.
Instead of ours. So that'll be great.
Before we get going, there was actually a couple of things that I wanted to bring up. I will keep them brief. Oh. The first is that I had someone reach out to me and basically say that some of our commercials were a little off, I guess, brand, you could say. And so I did some looking into it. And as of, I'm not sure when, I'm assuming within the last month or two, we found out that we can no longer control which commercials play. So our only method of dealing with this right now is if you guys hear an ad that you absolutely hate, please let us know. And know that it's not our fault. And I will reach out to our platform, Spreaker, to see what they can do about it. Because they did say if there's an issue, write an email. And so I'm hoping that will take care of some of it. But also, Jade and I have been talking about switching platforms. And we're putting this out on Spreaker right now. So don't listen, Spreaker people.
I was going to say, can you say that?
I can say whatever the fuck I want today.
No, I know. It's like talking about looking for a job in front of your boss.
To your boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, let them know.
Fuck it.
How about that raise, buddy?
That's how we're feeling today.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit punchy.
Pull the ripcord.
Yeah. But if we do decide to do something like that, yes, I said do. You guys shouldn't notice a thing. Everything should still go off exactly the way that it does, although we can be off sometimes. You won't notice a thing. Even if you listen on Spreaker, it'll still be available there, so there's no need to panic. Just something I've been keeping in my back pocket.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The other thing I wanted to bring up is I had a short conversation with one of our listeners. It was Juniper, actually. And he was telling me about this motorcycle ride he was going to go on. And so I was like, badass, dude. Hey, can I ask, what kind of bike you have? I said, I've got a 96 Royal Star that my dad gave me a few years ago, and I have my V-Star too that I got myself. And he goes, dude, ... And then he sends a picture of his motorcycle, 98 Royal Star. Same fucking bike.
Nice.
And we were like, fuck yeah. And
bike
it was
twins.
Awesome. I don't know why I decided to bring that up just now, but it's been on my mind for the last couple of days. I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah, you didn't
that
even
is so cool.
Me, so yeah, well, that's special.
It made me happy. And now we have an invite.
Book friends and
to go take some of the rides over there. Yeah. And I am in, sir. But all right. I've got my where's my beer? Okay, it's right. Oh, good.
Also adding to this awesome day and awesome recording situation we have, our notes are not the same format that they have been the last few episodes.
I didn't have time to like make them nice, so
we're firing from the hip.
Yeah, if today's episode is just a little wonky, we apologize.
Please don't come for us.
It'll be much better next week, I promise. I hope. It has to be, right? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be all depressing and shit.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about super happy things that go into the pit.
Super happy things. Yeah, like a deep, dark pit.
Yeah, like all three of these ladies smartly marching into a pit, right?
So, yeah. So when they get down into the pit, Marlin is sleeping. He is standing up, but his head is like hunched over. It didn't say whether his eyes... Actually, it did. Because, well, in a little bit, they slide open, which implies that his eyes weren't closed when he's sleeping like this.
Well, I feel like also when you come in a room and see somebody with their eyes closed, standing like oh, they're asleep. If his eyes were open with his head slouched to the side,
that would be so creepy.
And you wouldn't immediately assume sleeping.
No,
right?
You would immediately hit him really fucking hard because he's doing
dead?
some weird
What
stuff.
is this?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Why are you being weird, bro?
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely standing there with his eyes shut. But, I mean, keep in mind, the last time we saw him, he was in the position of, like, stand on the floor and spit, or you're going to be in agony.
Cara had his ass trained. We didn't need to worry about him.
Right. And now he's sleeping soundly standing, apparently.
Yeah. And, okay, so this is what's hilarious. They do poke him. They're like, well, what the fuck is he doing? And they're like, no, his muscles are frozen rigid, right? He's being held up. They suspect by magic, but they're not sure.
Well, it has to be magic, because how else, like, nobody's ever been able to do this. Like, not even Richard was able to.
Right.
So I think that's, like...
Cara did talk about that, too.
Yeah.
Where they're like, yeah, we have people fall asleep, but they don't stay up. They fall over, it hurts really bad, and then they're, I imagine, awake for a little while after that.
Yeah. So, this isn't, like, some meditation bullshit where he has trained his muscles to become rigid so he can sleep standing.
I
like
wish I could do that at work. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
yes,
but you know how much this
That's actually pretty dangerous. I shouldn't do that at work.
Also, you know how much this dude's muscles are gonna hurt after he becomes uncleansed?
Oh, the biggest Charlie horse of your entire life.
Right? And this guy...
all over your body.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
Oh, gosh. Well, Kahlan says don't use your magic. He's obviously up to some fuckery. Don't do anything weird. And then Cara goes extra weird, and then she kisses him. It's a long kiss. Intimate.
Which, I know that the Mord Sith do these, like, sexy little weird pain, pleasure kisses, whatever. And I get the purpose of them in, like, context of their training, right?
Okay.
But, in this situation right here,
I gave you a nice kiss, and then I beat your ass!
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I feel like we aren't to that point in Marlin's training. Like, he's not being trained to be a pet.
No, he's being held prisoner.
And he's being like, you're going to torture. You don't need to psychologically torture him with the kiss and the back and forth right now. Right now, we're just trying to like, slap him in the face. Like,
that's what I get. Hit him.
Yeah, we're just trying to, like, bring up the memory of Richard being kissed again, I guess. But, like, she really didn't need to do this. There's no purpose at this point in storyline-wise for her to kiss him.
Especially after the last chapter with everything we went through, like, just seeing her kiss anybody, any guy, like, no, they don't deserve you, Cara. Fuck Marlin. Even if you did it spitefully, it's probably still nice. He probably enjoyed it, and we find out he does. He does very much. He wakes up. He seems unafraid, very confident. He's got that weird air about him. And then Cara punches him, so it's good. She did eventually do it. But it has very little effect. Almost like glancing blow status.
Which is weird.
Yeah, very troubling. And then it gets confusing because the mouth that is on Marlin says, nice try, but I have control of the link to Marlin. So unless he just started talking to himself in the, what is that, third person?
Yeah, but there's also like
something is off.
There's a different accent and like a different lilt to his voice.
Yeah, and I did listen to the Audible version of this, and while I'm still not a fan of this narrator, the way he does Jagang is even worse because he makes Jagang seem like the biggest smartass. Like everything is an inside joke to him.
Yeah.
And it grates on me.
Yeah. But maybe that's why, because Jagang is kind of like that anyways. But yeah, no, this narrator.
You do kind of want him to be.
Yeah.
Just smug and spy. You're like, I'm going to punch that stupid face.
Yeah, fuck you. You think you know everything. But I mean, yeah, so.
Psycho babble bullshit, asshole. I feel better.
But yeah, no, it gets super creepy. It's the type of shit that, like, raises, like, goosebumps on your arm.
Yeah.
But
it does make you hate him.
And, you know, it was kind of weird when we saw Marlin the last time. He was kind of flipping between two personalities, but that seems like now, looking back, that wasn't him flipping between Jagang and Marlin. That was just, like, Marlin having, like, a split personality, kind of.
Yeah, he was trying to... Well, I think it's because he is there to do a thing, and that makes him feel important. You know, he does know a couple of things. He knows he's being used by Jagang for something big, but he may not necessarily know what it is. And so then when they start kicking his ass, he's just Marlin. Jagang's not in there. You know what I'm saying? You just burned it to death. She burned a spider to death.
Yeah, did you hear it screams?
I'm pretty turned on right now. We'll be right back. I'm kidding. But no, I think he feels important because he's working for Jagang, but he doesn't have Jagang in there to, like, protect his body. So when they start beating on him, it hurts, and he's like, "Ow, don't fucking do that."
And it reverts back to, like, the child like, mindset because those
because
he
kind of is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think that is. This is hard his id. You know, this is definitely Jagang inside of him.
Yes. But yeah, it's that creepy possession bullshit that when...
Yeah, and Jagang is really proud of this accomplishment. He starts bad guy monologuing, of course, because they always do.
Of course.
And this is, like, just after Cara tells Kahlan and Nadine to beat it. She's like, "Look, I'm going to handle this. You guys get away." And he's like, "Oh, but you'll miss the show," which is bad. And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and obviously, Cara telling them to leave is her being like, shit is not, like, I don't have it the way that we thought
something's
we did
obviously
when
wrong.
We came in here, so you need to get the fuck out.
Which is the opposite of what she's been saying for 8 chapters. Love her to death, I do. But hey, at least now, Cara did not let her pride get in the way of admitting, hey, maybe I don't have him.
Yeah.
She did say, hey, get the fuck out of here, because she knew something was wrong. And so I admire her for that.
Yeah, no, I do too.
That was probably very difficult for her to do, and it happened in, split second.
But she was also still trying, I mean, she wasn't being like, oh, I can't get it back. She was still trying to be like, I have control, I can get it back. Like, you know.
She could probably still feel the link kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But so Jagang keeps monologuing. He tells us everything he's learned and everything he's been up to while he's been away, like we missed him, and we haven't. Mm-hmm. But he did learn about how the Mord Sith work, so he's got that figured, which makes you nervous because he's dealing with Cara right now, and he doesn't seem worried. Of course, he's in another body, so it wouldn't matter if Marlin dies.
Yeah, but yeah, he probably spent the whole time before he let Marlin go to quote-unquote sleep, just messing with the bond and figuring it all out.
Oh, yeah, or just walking around town and randomly being like, hey, what are the people in the red leather? What do they do? Fucking tell me.
Yes.
What do you know?
Going into other brains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But also, it freaks you out because, I mean, and this is something we should have known from the get-go, but the guy was sent here to kill the Mother Confessor. He knows what a Mother Confessor is, probably. So, like, Kahlan having any confidence in her own, like, ability to handle this is, like, overshooting, I feel like, because he knew what he was getting into.
He came knowing he was going to tango with a confessor.
Yeah, he literally was calling you out by name, saying, okay, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Like, so
hoping for it to be done, it almost seemed like.
So you should not try to do that.
Very suicide by cop kind of feel.
Yeah, maybe don't.
Maybe don't. Or maybe do if you're Marlin. Fuck him.
Whatever.
No, don't fuck Marlin.
Yeah.
You get it. You get it. Sorry. So the other things that Jagang has been learning about is the bond between Lord Rawl and the Daharans and its limits. So probably what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Having him walk around. No, he is not a Daharan nor pledged to Lord Rawl at all. So he might not be able to do it. But like I was saying, you could just talk to people and be like, explain to me the thing you guys feel. What is it? I'm not from here.
Well,
I'm interested, you know?
And this is where the two books kind of, they don't bleed together, but like the last book, we knew about the bond and the way that the bond could protect the people and the way that Richard was using that.
Right.
And the Dreamwalkers and all of that. And it seems like, obviously, Richard and Jagang didn't get all of that information in the same way we did.
Right.
But they have they're like slowly gaining that information in the beginning of this book, I feel
Piecing
like.
it together, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So I think that's what's happened, is like all that shit we learned in the last book about protecting all that. Jagang may not have known it. Maybe he knew something, like heard something about the bond,
but
he
he's
didn't
starting
know.
to get the feel for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And that's
absolutely.
probably what this mission was all about.
So he's got his creepy little prongy fingers in town. He's just trying to see what he can see.
Creepy fingies.
He's got creepy fingy. He's a paper. All right, so then let's see here. Once the text goes away, there it is. Okay, so here is actually when it's revealed that Jagang is in Marlin's mind. Like we get confirmation from Marlin's face that it is Jagang. You know, because he's laughing, he's having a good old time. They figure out this is not Marlin in here. Once they figure this out, Cara, my girl, attacks him again. Because she's like, we're not wasting any more time. You guys have not gone up the ladder yet.
Yeah,
You listen to the monologue.
You're still listening to him.
You're still where I don't want you to be. So she just goes for the attack. But she is flung against the wall like she is made out of paper.
Because at this point, I mean, she has never encountered anything in her life or, like, you know, that
she can't handle.
Yeah, that she hasn't been able to immediately grab the magic of, or if by some chance she couldn't grab their magic, beat the fuck out of them. You know, like she's never been tossed aside like this, so obviously she's gonna be like, okay, even if I got like a loose grip on this fucker's magic, I could fucking grab it back from him. I could fucking hit him in the face with my Aegil, he'll go down. There's no fucking way he'll be able to just like poo-poo me away.
Toss you around like that.
That's what fucking happened, so.
Well, it's gotta be, and look, I'm just guessing here, so we don't have to get into it. But like, she has Marlin's body and Marlin's mind, but Jagang's mind is not Marlin's mind. And if Jagang can control Marlin's body, whether or not Marlin has any say in that, then there's a very real chance that Marlin is inside of his brain right now, screaming his ass off because he can't help but not do what Cara wants him to do, while Jagang is just inhabiting his body, but not really. And has a mind of his own to do with Marlin's body as he wants.
That's very interesting.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Mordsith feel the pain of the Aegil, too.
And
like, just because it's happening to them, they're not showing it on their face, but it is happening to them. And Jagang has to be using Marlin's body in much the same way?
Yeah, like a meat puppet.
Like a fucking meat sack.
But it's so, yeah, you know, he's gone through a lot. And like I said, his, like, just the way, like, there's no way that fucker was actually sleeping contentedly like that. So, like, he wakes up in agony because his muscles are all like, oh my god, it hurts so bad. And I haven't drank enough water, for sure. I haven't had enough water.
Oh, yeah, no way.
So my muscles are cramped.
His pee's gonna be brown.
Yeah, and then this dude is like, fucking, like I said, making him a little puppet, dancing around, little meat puppet, and yeah, he's probably in seething agony the whole fucking time because Cara's magic is like buzzing him up.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so, okay, this is where shit kind of hits the fan. Kahlan goes to confess Marlin/Jagang, Margang, or perhaps Jalin. Oh, that kind of sounds cool. Margang. We're going with Margang. Whatever. But he grabs Nadine by the throat and then threatens to kill her.
Cool, do it.
Now, the problem here is that cool, do it. You know what? I'm really not worried by that.
You know, if she dies,
go ahead and do it.
She won't marry Richard.
And actually, here's the thing. She does say, look, do you really think I won't just let you kill? That's one person. You're talking about hundreds of thousands and millions of people you want to enslave. Yeah, I'll let her go for all of them. Do you think I won't? And, Nadine is kind of freaking out. But in the back of my head, I'm like, no, you would totally let that bitch die. You totally would.
But my thing
nobody would feel bad.
Because she grabbed, my thing is, okay, he grabs Nadine and hey, Kahlan, hesitates. She doesn't immediately fucking confess him there's no fucking reason to hesitate. Yeah, you brought Nadine down there. Actually, you told her not to come down.
You told her not to
come down. She's
in
the way.
Told her.
She's expendable at this point. Really doesn't fucking matter. And again, you divert whatever the fuck Shoto's trying to do if this bitch ain't around no more.
This is when
do it.
Kahlan turns to Nadine and says, hey, you remember 5 minutes ago when I was like, don't do this thing?
Mm-hmm.
See where you're at now?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do with that info what you will.
No.
But that is when Kahlan has Collins close and lock the door.
Mm-hmm.
And we will get to the rest of our story right after we do the beer break.
Dear beer break, we love you so much.
I didn't know there was an official beer break song. What if I did for this beer today? Okay, what if I did something like this? Yeah, you like that? Is that working for you?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how pastors talk, really. Okay, so today...
Immediately dropped it. Didn't know if it was offensive.
I have to say the name of the beer. That's for the magic lies. Yeah. We are drinking Sweet Baby Jesus. A chocolate peanut butter porter. 6.2% alcohol. With natural flavors.
From Duclaw.
Duclaw Brewing in Baltimore, Maryland. Can I get an amen?
Oh, amen!
And I gotta say, this is pretty fucking good. The reason we got it is because it said Sweet Baby Jesus, and we're like, okay,
and it said peanut butter also.
Want to know what that is? Yeah, plus chocolate peanut butter. Okay, totally sold.
Yeah, got it.
One time, Jesus was there for me when I needed him.
Yeah, definitely needed him today.
I did. And you know what? He showed up in the form of a beer. So if that's not a sign... I'm not a religious guy, but I'm totally prepared to say this because I was like, oh, yes, I want this beer so much right now. It's my first. I'm not double fisting 16 beers tonight.
See, I'm not religious, but I'm strictly talking about the beer.
I'm just saying, I'm not religious.
I'm talking to the beer.
But I am super happy for Sweet Baby Jesus right now. But yeah, it's a very good beer. I don't know, maybe not quite as good as some of the other chocolate peanut butters we've had, but it is a porter, like the stouts. I think chocolate peanut butter stout is thicker, and then you get more of that flavor profile. A porter is a little bit thinner. Not that I mind that, but also the flavor isn't quite as strong, but still prevalent.
I wish that somebody could do a porter, right? Mm-hmm, a chocolate peanut butter porter with the mouthfeel of the peanut butter from Elk Brewing.
Yeah, they nailed the peanut butter.
Yeah, the mouthfeel is like
when you just get a little spoonful of peanut butter.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say the chocolate solid, the peanut butter. I guess that's where it's lacking.
Yeah, I just like more peanut butter.
There's just not much. More peanut butter. More peanut butter.
Never the wrong answer.
Jesus, Sweet Baby Jesus. I would like more peanut butter in my beer.
Put that down. I expect
write that down
in my delivery next month.
You got a subscription?
I don't know.
Yeah, some whole nother shit I don't even know anything about.
Isn't that how this works?
Oh, I hope so.
Anyways.
So I'm gonna probably actually open my second now, and we will be back
right after this.
Is that how I sound?
Yeah, maybe sometimes.
Right after this. After a word from these messages.
These sponsors.
We'll be right back. Okay, I'm done. Fuck. And we are back with more of that sweet, sweet baby Jesus.
Backstreet's back.
And more chapter. Wow, didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again?
back, streets back. All right. Yeah.
It's so cute. It's adorable.
Except we're not Backstreet.
It's like
we're,
a baby bunny is singing.
ATT's back. All right. Doesn't go as well.
We'll work on it.
Get back to you.
So we are down in the pit with Jamarlin, Gangmar.
Wow.
I forgot what we called.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. But we find out that he can slip between people's thoughts and control their body. Right? I guess I probably already alluded to that, but now Kahlan and Cara and Nadine know this for sure.
Yeah, this is how information passes.
He basically came in like a flea on a dog's back on Marlin, right? He walked in, everybody's like, what the fuck? We'll get him in here. We had 10 long conversations that shouldn't have been had in front of him, and Ch.9 has been present for that entire time. Yay!
Okay, so he has been because you did mention maybe he went down into the streets and like went into people's minds. It's interesting that we haven't really learned how the Dreamwalker works, if he has to know the people he's entering their mind.
I don't think he has to.
Yeah, because he didn't know Brophy.
No.
So, right? Not Brophy. That's
No.
not the right name.
That's what I was like, no.
Brogan. Toby.
Right.
We call him Toby. That's
Toby.
why my brain
That's
was,
why, yeah, because he's Toby.
Yeah.
No, he didn't really know him. I mean, I don't know if it's a rule. Maybe he has to see him, like
Oh, no, the
Jumper.
sisters?
You gotta at least see a picture of it.
The sisters, he went into their brain. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, there could be a way.
He just...
He can go through people to find more people.
Yeah, I guess it was just strange that I guess everybody in the palace is bonded to Richard, or they should be.
Yeah,
But,
I'm just assuming there's a way.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly has to be done, but he can, just slip into the little cracks, the little spot between thought, and he's in there.
Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to get at with what I was
You
trying
don't
to
even
say,
gotta
but
know
yeah.
he's in there. He's just in there.
Creepy.
Poking around and shit.
Little dude.
Well, Kahlan says that Marlin is going to be dead soon. Because they're like, we're not even doing this anymore. We're just going to kill this guy and be done with you. And Ch.9 says, yeah, go ahead. Whatever. I don't really give a shit about Marlin. He's expendable. He's already done his job. And Kahlan asks what he's been doing. He says enjoying himself. Oh, he's been walking around town, hitting on some of the ladies, drinking some beer. He also visited the crochet shop. I don't know if you guys know this about Ch.9, but he can do that very, very well. Or I just made that up. Probably that one. But no, he did watch the Jala game, and he doesn't care for the fact that Richard changed the ball. It's supposed to be a heavy ball. It's supposed to hurt people. It's a game meant for only the most brutal guys who have a lust for blood and winning.
Yeah, all the bloodlusty dudes, they get to play it and nobody else.
Only if you're horny for blood. It's right there in the bylaws. Sorry, fellas.
Only if you want brain damage and or flaying.
Is that dick limp? Get the fuck out of here. Don't need it. Anyways. Ch.9, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm punchy and I'm distractible. So now mixed with the beer.
Yeah.
Shit's on.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Let's keep going.
Well, Ch.9 is a psychopath.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
Surprise.
In case you didn't know. He does a few things here. Then I'm like, he's got serial killer, which he is, written all the fuck over him. He wanted them to know that he was still alive. He's like fucking with the police right now. Yeah. And he also wanted them to know that while, the Palace of the Prophets was being destroyed, he was off fucking a slave somewhere.
Yeah, I wasn't in that shit.
He was having a good old time. Yeah, nowhere near that. And Not only were you fucking while I was trying to destroy your world, you were fucking a slave, which is like, let's not even get into how many times worse that is. But I want you to die just for the sentence you just said.
To be fair, it was like crazy wishful thinking that he would have been in there anyways. Like, it was the beginning of, like, there was fighting and bullshit going on. In what world does a leader of the fucking empire just stroll through the battlefield and go, I need to get them books and that? Like, no, you wait till the fighting's done and go see shit after, like.
Then you go get your shit.
Or you send somebody
see what you
to go
have
get
won.
it. Like, there's no fucking way he would have been in the palace.
And it's frustrating. I really wish he had died.
Yeah, you do, but I'm just, realistically.
Yeah. Well, Kahlan asks about the Sister of the Dark that they know is around somewhere. And Jagang says, oh, you're talking about Sister Amelia. Yeah, well, about her. She's actually no longer working for the Dark One. She works for me. Yeah.
I done stole his employees.
Yeah. Paid her $15 an hour. She hopped the fence right there. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah, I was going to say something about valuing your employees gets you somewhere, but then I was like, I don't feel like we should attribute that to Decay.
No, I'm going for the fucking throat today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is happening. Anyways. But Jagang did wait to reveal himself until after Amelia got what she came to retrieve, which does make you worry.
Yeah.
A lot. And no, he doesn't say what it is.
Nope.
He says he doesn't take chances anymore. He wanted to make sure that Marlin got his job done and Amelia got her job done before he, revealed himself to them.
He's like, this is bad guy monologue, but this isn't like
this
Disney
whole thing
movie.
is a bad guy monologue.
Yeah, this isn't like Disney movie bad guy monologue where I tell you the whole plan right now so you have time to unravel the plot in the next 20 minutes.
Kind of putting me in a time crunch here, Jagang. You think we can move this to the next week?
Yeah, that's what he's like. No. We're going to take a little while with this.
Now, Kahlan doesn't hate the fact that Amelia is no longer a Sister of the Dark. Like, that's not bad. Okay, she's not working for the Keeper. Check that in, pro.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Fuck. Thank you, I needed that. But Jagang says that she should be, because it will be the downfall of Lord Rawl. You hear me, motherfucker? I don't make empty threats.
He's like, you're not mad now, but you will be.
Yeah, as if you didn't need to worry about her working for the Keeper. Now she works for me, and that's going to be worse. So actually, I get what he's saying, but still fuck him.
Well, also, I do want to say the reason, or like, he explains very quickly the way he got them to switch sides was like, oh, it was just like burning in hell for eternity, being tortured, or waiting a little while to be tortured worse forever in hell. So they chose the second option, and I was like, I mean, I don't think they didn't really like choose it, because most of them.
No, he put her in a double bind.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying.
It was going to be bad either way. At least this way, she stays alive.
And has a chance. I get it. They have a chance to, like, in their heads, the reason that they were fine with that, they were like, okay, we have time to, like, change, flip the books on this guy, possibly.
Right.
It's the only reason in their brains they were able to do it. But in, like, reality, it's an easy choice. Kill me now.
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing. If they die and then do go to the underworld or, to the Keeper, then it's not the end of it. Like, you're just going to be tortured forever and ever and ever. So I'd say, fuck that. Keep me alive. I'll do whatever as long as possible. Because eventually, once you die, you're going to be tortured for the rest of your life. So you might as well get as much good life in as you can.
See,
and unfortunately for her, that's working for Jagang.
See, to me, I would think, like, unless I thought there was some way I could lessen the torture from more extreme torture, I would just say fuck it. Because, like, if I thought that I was going to be because the option is staying alive under Jagang's rule and not actually lessening your torture. So you're being tortured in this life for for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be get worse torture.
And then you're just going to be tortured forever anyways.
Even worse than you would have been in the first place. So fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Just hop the cliff, man. Go for it.
Yeah, that's all.
That's
Sorry.
awful. Don't fucking do that.
In this specific circumstance.
In this instance.
If any of you are listening and you have been put in a double bind in which the Keeper is going to torture your soul forever.
Is Satan talking to you?
Or you could work for somebody and make this torture worse forever. Choose plan A.
Plan A. Or plan C. You know what? Actually, the second option. would be, we'll call that plan C. Plan B for plan beer would be just drink some sweet baby Jesus. I feel like that would take care of it for you.
Or actually, maybe if that's happening, you need to call some services around you. Like, I don't know, ask somebody to help you because I feel like something's not right.
Something's going on there. If you take to Satan, if you take to Satan. Not that I hate Satan, we're buddies.
But if you really think you talk to him.
Yeah. Probably therapy. Something like that.
That's just looking out for
it's not
all
for
of
me
you.
to say, but maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not
I don't know.
We are not doctors.
But as far as I
should
know,
move on.
yeah, okay.
Here's what you gotta do. No, maybe not.
I thought that was a safe thing to give advice on. Like, I feel like if you're having those thoughts, okay. So anyway,
yeah. If you see reptile people with any regularity or talk to the devil, maybe go talk to somebody.
Yeah, just
That's
ask
all.
somebody else for their opinion on that. Okay?
See if they can see the little blue guy.
Yeah.
And if they can, no big deal.
Show them some verifiable proof that it's happening. And get their opinion.
All right, sorry. Okay. So, Kahlan asks what it is that Jagang did. I wrote it weird, so I was like, what the fuck was I talking about? What did you do, you bastard? And Jagang, because he's a psychopath, says, quiet or I won't finish the story. Like everybody's just sitting crisscross applesauce, ready for this man to tell us a story.
Yeah.
No.
Like, this is an enjoyable little pastime we're having with snacks.
Unfortunately, they can't do anything about it right now. This is where Cara comes up and zaps him with the Aegil. He's like, no, shut the fuck up. Let us ask you the questions. That's what we came down here for. But okay. He goes on to say that destroying the palace of the prophets didn't keep the prophecy from Jagang. Apparently, there's prophecy fucking everywhere, including in the Wizard's Keep, which is also troubling that he knows about the Wizard's Keep. Now, he found a bound fork prophecy in this ancient place, back in the old world, right? This is a long time ago. Maybe not a long time ago, but this was in the past. That puts the victim in a double bind, just like Emilia. And this, he says, will be Richard's undoing. He's invoked it. The shit is on. Whatever he did with Emilia and Marlin has started this thing.
Yeah.
A prophecy of some kind. And now all he has to do is just brag about it because it's happening. And apparently there's no way to stop it. Once it goes, it goes.
He slapped the bull on the ass and it's running that direction.
And now it's aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while he continues to explain his bad guy plan, Kahlan checks in on Cara. She's kind of been slowly making her way over to her, right? Mm-hmm. Because she hit her fucking head really hard.
Was bleeding,
and it doesn't look good. And she's like, while he's talking, this is the thing. While Jagang is talking, unless he's just so wrapped up in himself that he's just not paying attention at all, while he's talking to her, she leans down to Cara and secretly, he doesn't see this, goes, hey, you okay? Mm-hmm. And Cara's like, dude, I'm faking. Yeah, I'm fine. She calls her an idiot. And he's like, make for the escape, right? You guys take off. You give me a signal when you're like far enough away, and then I will kill him with the link. So Cara apparently believes that she can pull this thing off.
See, and I think had Cara not said anything, even whispering, this would be believable. Because, like, Kahlan can, like, she's well within, like, believable limit, like, walking over and checking on Cara.
Right.
She hit her head. So that's not raising any alarm bells. And even saying, hey, how you doing, buddy? Is not outside of the realm of normal because you would be asking. Cara, if she had, like, given her a look or something that's nonverbal in a...
Yeah, just a glare like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, oh.
They're in a tiny ass... Good. Yeah, they're in a tiny ass pit. Shit reverberates. Yeah. Echoes. And
like my cough that didn't happen.
He may have been talking over this, which maybe would have masked it a little bit, but if he stopped talking for even a second while she's whispering, it'd be like, who you talking to?
That's why I thought it was weird. Like, I don't know. I think the whole premise of her trying to be sneaky, hello person walking upstairs, is silly because your friend just hit her head really hard on the wall. Whether the bad guy is there or not, he's not going anywhere, at least for the time being. Just go over there and be like, dude, you okay?
Yeah.
Who cares about being sneaky about it? Now, I think Cara was pissed off because Kahlan headed in her direction, which was away from the ladder and the door.
Oh, for sure.
That's why she was like, you idiot. Like, you totally walked the wrong way. Why are you taking care of me? You should be escaping.
And I don't know if it was her being sneaky or her trying to, like, not provoke the, like, you know, like there's a wild animal in the room. If I move slow enough, then he won't do anything to hit me or hurt Cara more. But yeah, it was a little pointless because, totally normal to check on your friend. No reason to not just casually walk over there and do it. The whole thing was just a little weird in the way that they present it, with her whispering afterwards and her being all sneaky towards it. Whether it was sneaky or, like I said, like a wild animal, like, I'm just gonna move slow and he won't notice.
They sense movement.
But he will for sure notice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's gonna know for sure. So, Kahlan, after she gets this little pep talk from Cara, she calls bollocks on Ch.9. She goes, no, it's not going to work. That's stupid. No. He goes, no. So check it out. It works like this, right? Either Richard lets the evil thing that I've unleashed, thank you very much, rage out of control, where eventually, it'll kill him. Or he tries to stop it, where it'll, eventually kill him. Because he's going to have to fight the thing somehow. We don't know what it is. Don't like it. But that's what he says. Like, no, there's two ways. Either he doesn't or he does. Either way, he dies. That's literally what the prophecy says. So,
So, tough noogies. That's what's happening.
Yeah, kind of sorry, fuck yeah. But she goes, Richard will choose neither. Totally aware that Ch.9 is unaware that Richard sees prophecy. And it's like that. The thing, what's the guy in the orange coat? His name, he does music. He does hip hop of the variety. Drake. Drake, right? And you have Drake being like, hey. And then the other meme? One, he's like, nah.
Oh, the meme.
Yeah, it's just like that. Like, no, he's not going to do either one of those things.
Yeah.
He sees prophecy and he goes, nah, every time.
Yeah, well, he's like, free will, fuck your shit. Even though it does work out in prophecy, but he's also the hero of our story, so he makes it work.
It does work for prophecy.
Yeah.
Just wanted everybody to sit in that for a second. Anyways, that's about a whole nother thing, and we're not getting into that right now. Anyways, so Kahlan says, look, you have no proof. I don't believe you. Richard isn't going to go with this bullshit. Anyways, basically, like when your child does something upsetting and then tries to pull some bullshit on you and you go, no, I'm still the parent here. That's what Kahlan's doing. Okay, I understand what you're doing, Ch.9, but we're not playing your game, okay? You're our prisoner right now, kinda.
Well, and she's also like goading him into giving the information.
Yeah.
In this moment, because she's like, our prophecies like have words, yours don't. Like, basically trying to undermine how he feels and be like, show me what it says, because if I don't know what the prophecy you're talking about says, then we can't, like, look out for it.
Can't do anything about it.
So she's trying to figure out what the wording is of this weird-ass prophecy. Which, that's, I mean, a lot like being the parent of a teenager. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to let you hang yourself with your own words. Explain to me this. I'm not going to tell you what I know.
Give me all, exactly. That's what you got to do. That's how you get them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, you told me this earlier. So-and-so just told me this. Can you verify?
Weird.
Will you verify?
So weird. What did you say you did yesterday at 9 o'clock?
Anyways. Ch.9 offers to show Kahlan this prophecy by shooting lightning at the wall. And it cuts Kahlan. He gets her. Just a little bit. I think he did that obviously on purpose because he's an asshole. Yeah, sorry. You can have that beer.
Thank
half of that beer.
Thank
I already
you.
had the other half. And these words that appear on the wall are in High Daharan. Jigang explains that they tortured a prophet for this in the Great War, so this is a long-ass time ago. And he doubts Richard will want to read it to her, which, if you ask me, not very good proof. Not while he's right there anyways. Not proof you can verify in this moment. Kahlan has to wait until whatever time for Jigang and Marlin to fuck off, or at least to have them subdued, and Richard gets to see this written on the wall.
Yeah.
Which also kind of implies, and I'm sure unintentionally by Jigang, that he is going to leave them alive.
Yeah.
They're going to exist to see this thing happen, because that's the point of it. He's
Yeah.
playing this whole big game, whatever it is, just to fuck with them.
Yeah, he wasn't here to actually kill them. He was there to deliver a message.
That's right. And that is when he says, hey, Marlin's got to be taken off. So we're going to get out of here.
I'm gonna take off.
Yeah. And we are going to be right back right after a word from our sponsor.
That are not our sponsors.
That are not
we did
actually
not get
sponsors.
paid for them, and
No,
we did not approve.
That's the other voice you got to do. It's like, from a word from our sponsors. These people are not actually sponsors of ours in any way and don't condone us using their images or little logos or
and
stuff.
also, we did not agree to them being
But it's
got
got to be super fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Advertisement. Proof of purchase not necessary. It's a free podcast. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do commercials. We'll be right back. I don't know. I don't even want to listen to that last part back because I think I sound like a total psycho laughing like that. I'm losing my mind.
It fits with the theme. That we're
Just
going
for today.
Yeah.
Y'all, you guys know. You guys know. I'm not really this crazy most of the time.
You know, Joker only became Joker because
All it takes is one bad day, Jade.
one bad day.
Just one.
Just one bad day. Think about that a lot.
I'm not going to squeal into the mic. That would be very, very bad. I won't do that to any of you.
I think about that a lot.
Just one fucking bad day. Anyways, we're already having kind of a rough time with Jigang down here in the pit, and it is about to get worse. So first, I hate this so much. So basically he goes, hey, it's really too bad that Richard wasn't here, because if he had his sword of truth, then all of this could have been ended. Like, you guys didn't have to do any of this at all whatsoever, which is fantastic, but we just spent 9 chapters figuring out that Kahlan and Cara, not really planning on Nadine, were going to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole front end of the book, like a 7th of it,
Yeah.
is them doing a thing that they just didn't really have to do.
They shouldn't have done.
That they shouldn't have done, and that the reader is aware they shouldn't have done, and it's been saying, don't do this thing.
And they had multiple choices, or like multiple chances.
Yeah.
Like the guy was confined in a room. They could have said, not going in the room. They went in the room. Then,
They broke every single horror movie rule.
after they went in the room, found out it was a little fucky. They were like, let's put him in the pit. They didn't have to go down to the pit with him.
Yeah.
They went down to the pit with him. Then, they went back to the pit with him. Multiple times that they fucked up.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So Kahlan, at this point, gives the signal. They are done fucking around. It is time to take some action, and Cara hops up. Jigang
Go time!
throws Nadine at Kahlan like a fucking rag doll, and Kahlan thinks her back is now broken. Great. That plan worked super well.
I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it's a little funny.
No, it's awful.
Like,
It really is awful.
The image in my head, though, was comical.
It just like... I don't even know what I can attribute this to. Just that feeling you get as a human being when like, fuck yeah, I'm doing the thing. It's time. And then it just goes horribly wrong immediately. Like, immediately. It's like, oh, it went so bad. You props to you for trying. Good on you, as they would say in the Highlands. But like, damn, that really sucks. So Jigang throws Nadine. Kahlan thinks her back is broken. Cara starts to scream. She is just screaming As Marlin...
in agony.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, which is crazy. And as Marlin goes up the ladder, the torches go out in the room and everything is dark. And Cara is down there in the pit screaming. And what we know about a Mord Sith is that they can handle a lot of pain.
Yeah, no, the only thing I wanted to say real quick is just that, like, Marlin didn't really do anything even as far as, like, okay, there is obviously magic as far as the Dreamwalker goes, but Marlin didn't even do anything except put the torches out. And, like
I don't even know if that was him. Like, that could have been Ch.9 in him.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there was not a lot of
Ch.9
magical
is in
skill
him.
that, like, Marlin is still probably dealing with a fair amount of pain during all of this, like, himself.
Yeah, like locked in his body, unable to do what Cara wants.
Yeah, but because Cara...
That whole idea is fascinating to me. I want to know what's going on in there.
Yeah, but because Cara is who she is and what she does, and the Kahlan is what she... Neither one of them is a wizard. They can't, like... Sorry, excuse me. They can't, like... Fuck!
Get it out, baby!
They can't, like, shoot fireballs from their hands or stop them in any way, like, other than, like...
No sort of ranged weapon.
Right! It's all close combat shit!
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Marlin literally didn't even have to do anything except climb out of the hole. Like, they weren't even trying to attack him on his way up, because there was nothing to... Like,
there was nothing to do.
Yeah, they have no way of attacking him on his way up, which is just insane. Like, I get they're strong, independent women. They have a lot of skills. They can do a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, but he fucked them all up.
Yeah.
Cara's hurt. Cara was like kind of hurt, but Kahlan thinks her back is broken. Nadine has just been choked out. She's still getting her breath. Like,
if you think, like, if
they're in a really bad position right now.
If Richard was there, he could at least, like, summon some wizard power maybe and, like, shoot some shit.
Richard would have cut a motherfucker.
Yeah, at the very least, he could chuck a knife. Where's Kahlan's knife?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Huck a knife at that bitch.
Where's that bone knife?
Anyways.
They are at the palace, so maybe she's not wearing it.
That's all. It just occurred to me that, you know, the two of them down there with no ranged weapons. This motherfucker literally just turned the lights out and climbed out.
We knew this was a bad idea, though. We knew it was a bad idea from the get. Yeah. And this is why. Mm-hmm. This is why, people.
Why didn't they listen to us?
The guy from, what is it? Dazed and Confused. People. Responsibility. Okay. Oh, it went so bad. So above the pit, this iron door explodes outward. Kahlan pulls a shard of stone out of her fucking arm because Marlin is, throwing shit everywhere, hurting people, causing as much damage as possible. And it's so much worse. Kahlan makes it to the ladder. On the way up, she smashes her shin, guys.
Terrible.
Like, how much abuse can one person handle? That would be it for me. This is where I tap out and say, you know what?
The shin is where you...
Yeah. That's it, because I just... Maybe it's just the state of mind I'm in today. But, like, just the bashing of the shin on the ladder is such a stupid little thing that happened. But you know what? It really fucking hurts.
I think it hurt.
On top of everything else. Now she's just like...
Well, I think that, but also the frustration, like, climbing a ladder seems so like, you're trying to go so fast, and, like, just the frustration
You can never climb fast enough.
Don't fall!
And then she just does that instead.
Yeah.
So bad. But as she's moving up through the darkness, she can still hear Cara screaming. Cara is not done screaming. Whatever Ch.9 Marlin, he's a hyphenate, that's what it is, Marlin Ch.9. Like a middle name. Whatever he's doing is still affecting her very, very much, and it's not good. And like we said, they can take a lot of pain. So whatever's happening to her has to be very, very bad.
Yeah, and it could be something Ch.9 is doing, but I don't think he's actively doing it to her. I think it's something that broke with the bond. Like,
something wrong with the control she has over the person that she's in control of.
Yeah, I think the fact that the person she has control of is moving and doing what he's doing right now.
Through the power of free will.
Yeah, like totally fucked her brain up
or
somehow.
Tyranny.
I don't know. I don't obviously know how that all works.
Yeah, we don't know what, but something is going on.
It seems like it's more to do with the Mord Sith bond than what, like, I don't think Ch.9 was just like,
he's
Crucio!
Not like using a speller on her. Yeah. Speller. Anyways, As she crests the top of the pit, right? The iron gate is a horizontal gate. They're crawling through the floor right now.
Yeah.
So they get up the ladder, and there are bodies everywhere, just like the fantastic song by Korn.
Let the bodies of the...
Not that one.
Oh.
That's okay.
That's
That's
not
Drowning
Korn.
Pool,
I was gonna
and
say, that's
also a
not
very
Korn.
good song. Korn has a song called Dead Bodies Everywhere.
Oh, I think I know that song too.
I'll play it for you. We will rock out hard before we go to
Okay.
bed. It's wonderful, and I love it very, very much. So here's where we see Collins. Collins did not end up very well. He is ripped from his torso to his dick. Pretty much from his gut to his groin, he is sliced open.
You know what, though? I'm kind of happy Collins is dead.
Why?
Because...
He was a good guy.
I mean...
She's like, was he though?
My reasoning is the narrator of this book on Audible, he calls Kahlan, obviously. But whenever...
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about
Whenever
now.
Kahlan pops up, the name starts getting weird. Like, he can't call her Kahlan.
He can't call her Colin when she's talking to Collins.
Yeah,
He
so
has to change the name.
he starts reverting.
Yeah.
And it's more distracting that he's changing it. I would rather him go with the second option that he chooses,
No, go ahead.
but now that Colin is gone, he at least will pick one and stick the fuck with
Yeah,
it.
now it won't keep changing.
Yeah.
I think that's what bothered me, because when I'm looking at, now I still pronounce it Kahlan, and I do that unapologetically.
I will until my dying
However,
day.
I firmly believe, because I've always said my opinion is my own and I have the right to change it. And I do believe I gave some people shit for pronouncing it this way. But, oh yeah, they're listening now. No,
Oh, wow.
I think that Kahlan is also an acceptable way. Not the way I do it, but I get why people say that, because looking at Colin next to Kahlan, which is definitely not Colin, he looked at it and went, okay, Colin and Kahlan. And I get that.
I get
it. It makes sense to me.
I understand, especially in a fantasy novel, wanting especially somebody like a Mother Confess to have a more exotic name
Absolutely.
than Kahlan. So I get it, but I also know that the author has literally been
It is pronounced
Kahlan.
Kahlan.
It's Kahlan.
Yeah.
It's more of a letdown probably for some people than you'd like it to be.
Yeah.
But I feel
kind of like the mystery, but I
don't know how
he couldn't say the two next to each other, and that forced it for me. It's like, it's obviously not Colin.
See, when I read it myself, like, I think the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a weird way to say it. But I knew how to say it. But maybe it's from the TV show? Like, maybe because I know I had seen at least one episode of the TV show before I read the first
That could be.
chapter
When
of the book.
I looked
But
at that word, and I know we talked about this, but when I looked at that word, I had to ask you how to pronounce it. And I went with what you told me, which was Kahlan. And that's what happened. But yeah, it is unfortunate that Collins is dead, but I did kind of get a kick out of that too. I was like, you can't say it the same way when they're right next to each other. He's got to
Yeah.
differentiate, and that's because it's not Colin.
Yeah, now he's going to stick
So
the fuck
whoever
with
is
it.
saying Kahlan out there, my apologies for ever giving you shit. But if you're saying Colin, you got to get with it. I'm sorry. It's not Colin.
It's not.
Kahlan is acceptable.
Mm.
Colin? No.
I mean, I'm not going to give somebody shit, but I just...
Where's my gavel? I don't have a gavel. I'm just going to bang something.
Anyways, no banging right now. Wait till later.
I love you. All right, so fine. Now, Marlin's arm, not Colin's, I thought it was Colin's earlier, but it's Marlin's arm is severed on the ground, and it's still moving.
Creepy.
Holy shit, the zombie apocalypse has happened, but it's moving on its own. Unattached to his body, if you hadn't caught that with the severed thing.
But he's injured. Yeah.
He is injured. He's bleeding out. He got a few arteries there if you cut the arm off, so he doesn't have long. So we're
And at least there's going
just
to be a
crossing
trail.
our fingers. I'd like to be
You know?
there to see Marlin die, but
We'll see.
I know I'll rest better knowing that he's not going to be a cool pirate with a hook. He lost the whole damn arm.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
hook a
gone.
whole
The
arm.
whole thing is can't hook a whole arm. That's for damn sure.
Sucker. Anyway, so Kahlan helps Nadine out of the ladder, and Nadine is oddly calm, by the way, throughout all of this. It's weird. It is stated in the book that Kahlan notices that Nadine is oddly calm. Like, this is what she has been waiting for. For whatever reason, it's fucking weird. But they take off after Jagang while Cara is left screaming in the pit.
I mean, on one hand, we know for sure she's not the bad other person because it's Amelia. But also...
Right. She's not the Sister of the Dark that we were worried about.
Yeah. But also, it is a little sus. Is this woman, like, kind of a psychopath herself? Or is it just like she's a healer in her town, so she's seen a lot of shit? But even then, Westland has never had shit like this. So...
Yeah, definitely not. You mean a magic man scything his way through hundreds of soldiers?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Westland does have an army. You know what I'm saying? So if Nadine is a hater.
I thought you were going to say hater.
A hater. Shit, Nadine's a hater in her own way. In her own way. But we know she also has that whole complex about her being a healer and people needing to, do what she said, but there's two ways to take this with her. I think either she's calm because, like you said, she's used to the gore and the viscera, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I get that. That makes total sense to me. Or there is some nefarious purpose.
Or she's just a psycho.
More than just her seeing gore and viscera, she's accustomed to things like this, and she's calm and ready to take action, which is also worrying. But it was pointed out through Kahlan to the reader that was a factor in what was happening. And it leaves you with a hell of a hook. You don't know why. Like, okay, things are bad enough, and now Nadine is acted up. What the fuck?
I'm just saying, when there's like some creepy shit and most people are turning away or acting a certain way, and there's one or two people who are like, can you lift that up so I can see it better? And you're like,
poke at it? Is it dead?
We're gonna look at you for a while.
I'm gonna go get my stick.
Yeah, maybe that's what's going on. But that's the end of our chapter.
That is the end of it. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I personally really fucking needed this podcast to happen today. We're recording it the day before you're going to hear it, if that gives you any idea of how the schedule has been this week or today especially. But you will have it at your regular time. But yeah, seriously, on top of any other episode, we're like, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for fucking listening today. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I was a little punchy. I'm not editing shit. I'm just gonna maybe put some music on here and call it good.
So you'll hear our coughs and all of it, yeah. All of our shit.
And I don't care. After today, I just don't. I love you guys, and I hope you
I hope you don't care either.
Don't care either, just for today.
Yeah.
I hope you're enjoying the fuck out of whatever beverage that you're enjoying. If you are enjoying, don't mentally take over
another
person's body and make them commit multiple murders. Maybe don't do that today.
Maybe don't do that today.
Maybe instead just take your shirt off.
Although, wait,
smoke a joint and relax. Wait, what did I say?
No. I'm just saying, if you have found a way to take over somebody else's body,
then reach out to us at podcastatt@gmail.com.
Not for murder.
Not for murder.
But for some
But
other
send
stuff.
us your ideas,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
We're still interested in that. Not condoning it.
Yeah, and not for murder.
Let us know what you're up to.
But we'll talk privately about
That's a
what
pretty
it's
cool
for.
trick. I want to see that shit. Can you do pets?
Can you?
I want to know for sure if the dog or the cat can talk. So if you can control their body, then maybe we can find that out.
Also, I feel like I could get money somehow by doing this. So.
Oh yeah.
Text us.
All right. Well, thank you guys again so much for listening. If you did wanted to chime in on this episode, we would love to hear from you guys. You can just send an email to podcastatt@gmail.com. That's right. I forgot to stop saying it when you said it. We love hearing anything you guys have to say. And if it's fucking pertinent to the episode, then we will read your shit on air. If you want us to. If that's not your style, that's totally fine. You can follow us on the social medias. We are on all of the social medias at podcast.
ATT.
Nailed it. Especially the face space.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you know what? If you guys really like this, if you're like digging our vibe, and I totally get that and appreciate that because you're fucking awesome and we love you, then you can go to patreon.com/podcast
ATT.
and make a pledge of any fucking number. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us. You know what? It doesn't. Just the fact that you're there, we appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are carrying the show on your backs, and we fucking love you for it. And we are not going to stop as long as there's even one of you. Or honestly, probably none of you. But still, we're glad you're there.
Yeah.
So stay there. We'd like you there.
Don't have to leave.
No. There's plenty more book to come. Many, 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 many chapters. And we will be doing them all. And you're helping us do that. And you're helping us connect with you guys. And I'm babbling a little bit. And Jade's giving me the signal. And I'm drunk and I just want to talk to you. What are you guys doing? What are you doing right now? That's weird. That's awesome. That's a little disturbing, but cool. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Anyways.
Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you again real soon.
Bye.
Peace.